Florida. He says hello. He's on our show. Al, welcome. How are you today?
Hey, real good, dog. I agree with what you said with Ryan, but I think we got to go a little further with that. I'm not sold on Quinn.
Well, I agree with that. I agree with that too. Yep. Go ahead.
We agree on that, and I want to flip a little bit. I want to go back to
They don't have a great combination of coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterback. Quinn's okay. Sarkisian's got a lot to prove, and Ryan's pretty good. They don't have a great component in those three areas of the game. Now, Peterson is beginning to show you that he's a hell of a coach. He's a great play caller. He won a Super Bowl. He beat Belichick. That Wentz is going to be great. They got a couple of components that are great. The Falcons, the Saints have Peyton and Breeze. Peyton and Breeze are better than Quinn and Ryan. So that's an issue with the Falcons. Go ahead.
I agree with you 100%. But I want to flip a little bit right now because I used to cut Roosevelt high school classes to go catch Don Chandler's punts with the Giants.
Really?
I got to talk about my Giants right now. I think Sunday, you're going to see another guy that's going to struggle, and it's not going to be Eli. It's going to be the quarterback on Jacksonville. I think the Giants solidified their offensive line. Their defense is not that bad, and I believe in my heart's deepest heart, you're looking at a guy that I think right now, and I know I'm going way out there, that's going to break Emmitt Smith's all-time rushing record, and that's that running back that the Giants picked up from Penn State.
Yeah, that's going. That's too much right out of the gate. But go ahead. He's going to be good. He's going to be good.
It's too much for you to digest, and I know. But I remember that when I said Hank Aaron in 1968, I said Aaron was going to break Babe Ruth's record, and the guys in my office thought I was nuts. So I think you're going to see a completely different Giant team that we saw last year. Everybody sold out on Eli. I'm not. I think Eli's got a supporting cast. Watch out for this tight end that the Giants have.
He's good.
You remember? Yes.
Yeah.
I want your take on that. And one other thing, Chris, tell me what do you think about Dallas going into the Panthers this week?
It's a hard game to call. Very difficult game to call. I don't know how Dallas is going to play without any receivers. You got to these opening weeks are very tricky. You don't know the teams. You haven't seen a football game in 8 months. You don't know the teams that well. You know them, but you don't know them. You don't know draft picks. You don't know training camp. You figure everybody's fresh, raring to go, nobody's injured. But you got to use your brain because you got to remember what these players are like because you haven't seen them in 7 or 8 months. That makes it tricky too. Giants should be pretty good. I mean, there's no excuse. They added 3 offensive linemen. They Barkley, unless we're all wrong, is going to be great. They got Beckham back healthy. They got a new coach in Shermer who did wonders with Case Keenum, for crying out loud. Ingram's coming into his own as a tight end. They got Shepard sitting there, and they got Eli, who says he's got plenty of years left. I mean, the Giants should score a ton of points. They're a little different. They're not great defensively. They got a good secondary. I'm not sure about everywhere else. Landon Thomas is their best player. We understand that, but they will have some issues there defensively. But they should score a bushel full of points. They really should. Greg in Atlanta, Mad Dog Unleashed. Greg, welcome. How are you today?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Greg, is Ryan taking abuse in your town today?
Well, man, yes, he always does. I'll follow up on what a caller said before. The head coach is Dan Quinn. He's mediocre at best.
Not great.
No, he's mediocre at best. You run the ball a couple of times against the Patriots, you kick a field goal, you're defending national champs last year.
Absolutely right.
Matt Ryan, the one thing that you said he's missing something, what he's missing is arm strength. I mean, he does not have an elite quarterback arm. That's why everything's dink and dunk. I saw a stat come across last night that said in his first 10 years, he's number 1 in passing yards and all this. I bet if you go and add it up, yards after the catch, he leads that too. His numbers say he's really, really good, but he's had some really, really good players around.
Well, he's got Jones is mind-bogglingly good. He's a tremendous wide receiver. Sano is good too. They don't throw him the ball that much. They don't have a great tight end. Hooper's okay, not a great tight end. They got a pretty good offensive line. They got 2 good running backs. Now, one of the guys got hurt last night. Got banged up a little bit. Didn't play late. But, they have a good, they're not great offense. They're good. But, bottom line is, and they got a pretty good, they're pretty good. That's what they are. And they're a pretty good team. They should go 10-6. They're they're not 13-3, and they're not 8-8. They're about a 10-6 kind of team, and we shall see. Dylan in Atlanta, and he's with us here on Mad Dog Unleashed. Dylan, good afternoon. How are you today?
Hey, Mad Dog, it's an honor.
Good to have you. Thank you, Dylan. Nice to have you with us here. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'd like to disagree a bit with the previous caller. I'm from New York, but I've been in Atlanta for almost 15 years now, so I've been following the Falcons. For me, Ryan was kind of up and down from season to season. His only weakness that I saw, really, in my opinion, was stupid interceptions year after year. He's got more fourth-quarter comebacks than any quarterback in the league in the last 5 years, and he's got a ton of games over 300 yards. So I think his arm is okay. He can throw it deep. He overthrows too often, and he may not show up.
Got a bad line for Dylan. He likes Matt Ryan with his arm strength. We'll see. Paul in Phoenix, Mad Dog Unleashed. Paul, good afternoon. How are you today? What do you have for me?
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Hello,
hey,
Paul. What's on your mind? Fire away.
Hey, you rag on Stafford. Let me get and see what you think. I mean, he's run by one of the worst-run organizations. The Forts are as bad as the Browns are. He has no running game. Come on, you had to have Tua back there. That's your running back 4 years. He had Jim Caldwell as the coach. This is one of the worst-run organizations in football. And you're picking on Stafford, and you praise Rivers. What has Rivers ever won, too? You told me. I'll take that off here, Chris. Have a good day.
I think fair point. Rivers has won a few playoff games. Stafford's never won any. Stafford's got a great throwing. I think Stafford. I think he's pretty good. I think he's good. But again, he's got no belts. I mean, the guy, he's never won a playoff game. Now, he played pretty well in New Orleans that 1 year, and they lost. He didn't do anything in Seattle. I do agree. He got no running game. He's not coached by Hall of Famers, and they don't have, since Calvin Johnson left, he doesn't really have a dominant player with him, whether that be a running back, a tight end, or whatever. They're building a good offensive line. I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's a great quarterback. You can't say he's a great quarterback. He hasn't done it. Not in front of the hour here on Mad Dog Unleashed.